Hello everyone, I am editing the video right now, but I do want to give a quick update about the subscriber count and a goal we have reached. It has gone back and forth for a little bit, but I currently have 51 subscribers, which is amazing because that was around my goal for the end of the year, and we have reached it, and it isn't even October yet. So yeah, I won't waste too much more time, but I do want to say I am thankful for everyone who has stuck around, and even if a single one of you who subscribed and watched this video, I am thankful for it, and I hope that you continue watching in the future. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be doing another discussion video. This one was a recommendation that I figured was a decent challenge and that I would look into it. The topic itself will be about another half Saiyan combination, but this time it won't exactly be hybrids like the Viltrumite video because that's quite literally impossible due to the lore. The combination this one will be focusing on will be half Saiyan, half Namekian, and how that would work. There's mainly a couple options here and you had to kind of go out of your way to explain them, but I think I can explain them pretty well. At least as much as I understand Dragon Ball and its lore and can properly explain these things. So there's three options here and I'm going to list them one at a time so I don't have to ramble on all at once. The first one being the easiest, and that being a genetically engineered being like Cell, which has Saiyan and Namekian DNA, except this one would only have Saiyan and Namekian and both would be half its DNA. The second being a wish from a dragon, which would grant either a Namekian or a Saiyan the other half of the DNA, thus the abilities of that race. And the third, which is probably the most feasible, but which is something we'll probably never see, which is a fusion, either Batara or fusion dance. Let's start with the easiest ones, since the other ones will probably be more entertaining to explain. So obviously I've mentioned Cell as an example of an engineered being which has both Saiyan and Namekian DNA and thus has the abilities of both, but obviously you can have different forms of that. I think this heavily depends on what the body is designed to be. If it's a Saiyan, then the Namekian stuff isn't as feasible because their bodies are specifically designed for that, but if it's a Namekian, then you can basically have everything a Saiyan can do, but probably better since they have more durability. Going based off of basic biology, a Saiyan body wouldn't be able to regenerate limbs since a human body can't do that, but they would probably be far more durable than a regular Saiyan. I could see them getting a superhero healing factor, however, as they would possibly be not able to be killed at all due to how durable they would be and how fast they would heal. Of course, same goes to the Namekian body, except they would be able to handle the Saiyan abilities a lot better and possibly even push them to their limits. And yes, the Namekian body could go Super Saiyan as well, because in my opinion, Cell did go Super Saiyan and even Super Saiyan 2 or close to Super Saiyan 2 during the fight with Gohan. Now moving on to the second option, which is wishing from Shenron or any other dragon, which is possible but maybe not likely. While this one would be fun to speculate on and how OP they could be, but I don't see how this could possibly work besides what I mentioned before with that super healing factor, because nothing else really makes sense on how you can implement that in an adult Saiyan's body or Namekian's body the other way around. Of course, Dragon Ball is a piece of fiction, so you could come up with some reason as to why, but I have no idea how that would be implemented, so I'm just going to leave that to your imagination and just say they'll be really OP, but I don't imagine how I would explain that. Now on to the fun one to explain, which is the fusion aspect of it all. You could have actually seen this happen in the show, but I imagine Goku and Piccolo weren't close enough in power, so they didn't actually fuse while doing the fusion dance. Maybe it's because they weren't intending to fuse either, but I don't know how the manga or anything else explained it, so I'm just going to go based off of what they said in the show. Now speaking of the fusion dance, you totally could have something like Goku and Piccolo fusing at some point, but Goku is so far ahead at this point, and even then he was farther ahead, so I don't think that's ever going to happen. But seeing a temporary fusion with the abilities of both a Saiyan and a Namekian, especially nowadays with what they have in Dragon Ball Super, would be really cool. Now on to the most likely one we could see if they ever tried to do it, which is the Batara fusion. This one works also kind of like the fusion dance, but it's more equal to both parties when it's all done. And the best part is that neither has to be equal in powers, so it can be done between Goku and Piccolo or Vegeta or whatever without issue. Even imagining a Gohan Piccolo Potara fusion would be really cool to see a Beast or an Orange fusion between both. But this was a fun concept to talk about, and as unlikely as it is, and we'll probably never see it in the show or the manga, I think it would be a cool thing to see if it did happen. As usual, if you did stick around to this point, you stay around anyway, so why not give a like or subscribe? Any support is appreciated. I like doing these discussion videos because they can basically be about anything and they aren't that hard to make. Now if you did enjoy the video, of course support, and I am out.